But we try to infuse the two, you know.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. My name is Kings Desir.
Hey, my name is Nampart Berhane.
Welcome back to our last show of the season.
Our topic for today is students in education.
Nampart, do you think you're getting a good education in this country?
Yes, I do. Actually, I like my school. I go to Cambridge and George Washington High School helped me to think critical about modern topics in our environment.
Yes, I think it's very great school. I also go to that school. Besides the fact that it provides opportunity, diversity, and respect, it's also very good for ESL students, especially the ones that are first coming to this country. This program provides good classes for them to take a step towards achieving in the high school career and even beyond that.
We're lucky to have this opportunity. You know, our school motto is opportunity, diversity, and respect.
Exactly.
Also, the Cambridge mayor spent about $24,000 per student per year. It's a lot.
It's amazing.
We don't see that in a lot of Massachusetts schools.
It's amazing what the opportunities that we get going to that school.
Yeah. So, what do you think the barrier what do you think the barrier of being immigrant student in America? Can you share your experience?
Unfortunately, there are a lot of barriers for immigrant students coming to the United States and having an education. Especially in my case, I'm graduating, as you are.
Yes.
I'm a senior, and going to college is very hard for me because as I am a TPS, meaning a temporary protected status resident, it's not allowed for me to have financial aid from the government going towards the college. So I'm gonna have to be relying on loans and scholarships to continue my educational career beyond high school.
Wow, that is sad.
That is very sad.
Next, we have a guest we're gonna invite to our show. Her name is Miss Sandra Kanin. Miss Sandra, can you come to our show, please?
Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very, very good. Wow, yes. So I was just listening to what you were saying. Temporary protected status is given to people who come from countries where there have been students who are sort of here running from natural disasters or civil strife in their country. Temporary protected status means that you can only be here for a certain time, and every 2 years you have to renew. It's like a permit. You only get a permit to be here for 18 months, and then every 18 months you have to renew it. That doesn't mean they give you a green card. If you have a green card or if you are a U.S. citizen, you can definitely apply to have financial aid and then pay for college. But if you have temporary protected status, that doesn't allow you to apply for financial aid, federal financial aid. So I understand your conundrum because basically you are a brilliant student.
Thank you.
I feel that students like you should have the opportunity to get all the financial aid that you need to fulfill your dreams.
Yes.
Hopefully there will be a path to legalization for people that came from Haiti. I mean, you came because of the
Earthquake.
The earthquake.
Yeah.
So that was in what year? 2000.
2010.
Right. And so isn't it true that you have to renew your TPS every 18 months?
Yeah, every 18 months.
And the
have to
only thing you
renew.
can get is a work permit and a social security number, right?
That's right.
And with that, you can only work. I mean, it's good for work
It is.
to stay here with legal status, but it's not good for applying for financial aid. So, and that is the situation I think of many students. I mean, you know, it's lucky that you have that, but other students come here and they're undocumented. They don't qualify for TPS, for temporary protection status. In last year, President Obama passed part of what is called the DREAM Act, and it's called Deferred Deportation Act for minors. Okay. And what that allows is for undocumented students who came here before the day that he signed the act into law, to just have like that a work permit and a social security number. However, that doesn't allow you to apply for financial aid
To pursue my
to
education.
pursue your education. And the whole focus of the DREAM Act was putting these students in the path to legalization so they could qualify for financial aid, so they can get scholarships, loans, federal student money, federal money, so they can go to college. So there's still, deferred deportation action, that's what it means. Meaning they won't deport you, but then if you want to go to college, you have to pay 3 times as much as a documented student. You know what I mean? Luckily, here in Massachusetts, Governor Deval Patrick decided that every student who qualified for the deferred deportation action could also qualify for in-state tuition. So that means that you pay the same amount of money as a regular student, but yet you don't qualify for any state money for education or any federal money for education. So
At least the good thing is he qualified for
in-state tuition, right? So he doesn't have, you don't have to pay 3 times as much
That's
as anybody else. The thing is that, you're gonna have to come up with loans and stuff.
Yes.
But anyway, are you excited about college?
I'm very excited about college. 4 years of high school, been rough, ups and downs, but it's my dream to go to college.
Okay.
And I think I'll pursue that.
How old were you when you came to this country?
I was about 14 years old when I came to this
Okay,
country.
okay.
Yes.
And then you went right into high school.
I went right into high school
Yeah.
with no English. It
No
was
English. Quite an experience, huh?
quite an experience.
How was it for you?
For me, it was hard at first, but then I quickly got used to it. I had a lot of support from programs like CCS and other programs at the school. Teachers, especially, they're really good teachers. And they helped me through the process. And before I knew it, I'm graduating.
That's wonderful. Your mom must be very happy.
She is very happy.
That's wonderful. What about you, Nabai?
Yeah, my English wasn't that good, so they helped me with my English too. And when I came here, I had confusion about my career, so
you didn't know what you wanted to study or anything like that?
yeah, so they helped me what my interest is on. So
And when you say they helped me, who helped you?
the CRLS staff. So I want to thank the CRLS staff on behalf of myself.
When you say the staff or the teachers?
The teachers, the CCR, the College Career Center, everybody, the tutors, everybody in CRLS.
That's wonderful. So now you
And
feel like
also CCS.
CCS.
Yeah, CityLinks.
CityLinks, the CityLinks program,
Yeah.
yeah. And how long have you been here?
I've been here for 2 years.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And when you came, you didn't speak any English?
Yeah, I used to speak English, but when I hear Americans' English, I used to get confused because they used to speak fast. But now I get used to their pronunciation and speaking. So
Yeah, I understand that for Ethiopian students, learning the language is very difficult because you guys have another people in your country. You have a different alphabet,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's totally different
It's
than
totally different.
the A B C D. It's
Yeah.
like more like what do you call it?
We call it abogida.
Abogida.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And but they're like symbols.
Yeah. Basically, Ethiopia isn't the only countries that have her own writing style. Also, Chinese have.
Chinese, yeah.
Arabic.
Arabs,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. We're
so-
similar to those
Good.
people.
Yeah. So,
We also had some questions for you as well.
Okay.
Answered well, many of them already. But as you are you used to work with us at CCS, and I had a couple of questions for you. When did you start working with immigrant students?
okay, I started working with high school immigrant students. I would say the end of 1992, beginning of 1993, and my career path is like that. Like I wanted to study. I went to school to study human services and planning. It was nothing to do with education. But then I did work with Central American refugees, especially women, for a few years, and then I started working with the Cambridge Public Schools, with actually what is now the Amigos School, which is a bilingual immersion program. And before it was a program, now it's a school. And I started working as a parent liaison there, and one of the reasons why I got the job was because my son was in the Amigos program, and so I was very involved in the school. So when they say, "Oh, she's such a great,"
Candidate.
yeah, because I was very active and I was always in all the activities, and so I did the parent liaison job for a couple of years, and then while I was there, I know some people from the Cambridge Public Schools, and they say, "Oh, there's this job that somebody recommended you for. Do you want to apply?" I got a phone call, and I said, "Sure." And never before I thought that I would work with high school students, which was wonderful. I mean, imagine end of 1992, and now is what, 2014?
Yeah.
That's a lot of years. And people ask me, why do I stay with CityLinks? And I say, well, because it brings me a lot of pride and a lot of joy working with students who come from other countries. In addition to being a role model, because I'm an immigrant, I'm from El Salvador. I came here in 1983. I was fleeing the war in El Salvador. So in addition to being an immigrant and knowing how hard it is when you come to a different country and not knowing the language, not having family nearby, being undocumented because I wasn't documented too, having all the sort of all things that you have to go through, work in a factory in the beginning. And so, I feel that I was able to succeed in my life and in my career. I consider myself a very successful professional. I'm very happy with what I do, and I feel that being a role model to students like you is my call, is my job. I came, now it's my turn to teach students like you that yes, there are obstacles, but if you work really hard, if you make the connections with people, your networks, like
Yes.
your mentors, your tutors, your supervisors, people in the community that you meet, those people are so valuable because you never know when you're gonna need them to either write you a recommendation, refer you to a job, help you, in so many aspects of life. And one of the reasons I feel that I've been able to be successful is, I had a mentor who really helped me a lot. She's actually my best friend. And I was able to take advantage of all my networks, all the people that I met in the community. I made a very extensive network. Even though I have worked and live in Cambridge ever since I came to this country, I have been able to, sort of have that network of people that have helped me or have encouraged me at every step of the way. And sorry?
Okay. There is this thing that you said at our seminar I really like. You say immigrants have to work 3 times harder than American. So for me, that thing was really important. It really helped me, especially on my senior year. So I was really confused about application stuff, doing all the paperwork. But that saying always held me back and make me always stronger, like make me want to work more harder. So
well,
like I understand what you're trying to say about being a role model to us. So that saying was for me a call to me.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Nabai.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I also feel that the reason why we have to work 3 times as much or harder than a regular student is, I mean, I'm not saying that being an immigrant is a disadvantage. It's an advantage because you are bringing your own culture, your own language. You're learning another culture, another language, and you're a multicultural person and has a lot to offer. But yet, we need to be able to work really, really, really hard in order to be successful, and not let anything kind of deter us from our path, from where do we want to go. So that's why it's very important that even though you're very young, you're just graduating high school, to have goals, to have short-term goals, to have medium-term and long-term goals. What is your ultimate goal? I mean, and when I say that, what is your ultimate goal? Why did you come to this country? What is the ultimate? Just to come, just to experience American culture? No. Why did you come here? Education, right, and opportunities. And so I always say, your ultimate goal is being able to have a good education and to be successful and an independent person. You know what I mean? It's good to think about a family and to, and all those kind of things, but the first thing to do is to get an education and to be prepared for life, for the rest of life. So anyway.
And I must say, if I may add, it was also a rewarding experience to have you as a role model. And also,
thank you.
Thanks. One more question. What is an unforgettable moment in your job?
Oh, the most unforgettable moments in my job are, I have many, okay? Having fun with the students. I think that even though I can be very strict sometimes, I feel that having the joy and the unforgettable moments is seeing you walk, in graduation, like getting your diploma. Unforgettable moments is getting scholarships, unforgettable moments getting prizes from a school. I feel like such a proud person, like I'm a mother of all these students, but also being able to see, like, for example, I have students who I had 20 years ago who come and visit me and who I still keep in touch, and they tell me what are they doing, like, for example, one student who was a really, it reminds me a lot of you because she was a very hard worker and she was a very good student. And now she went to school, graduated in criminal justice, then she got her master's, and now she's the chief probation officer of the Chelsea Juvenile Court. I mean, that is a big step for her.
Yeah, I met her.
You met her, right?
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Another student who came from El Salvador, he was undocumented. He had interrupted schooling. Interrupted schooling is when you only went to a certain grade back in your country and then you come here and they place you in high school. he had a lot to catch up, but he was very smart and a hard worker, you know, and now
Remind me of Hero.
and now he's an engineer, you know, and he's very successful at what he does. So, you know, that's what brings me joy, that I can see the product of the hard work. And to me, I don't see it as a hard work because I love it, what I do. So I see it as being very lucky to have a job that I really like. And not very many people have jobs that they like, right?
That's very true.
So,
Well, I must say it's been great to have you on the show. All the
Thank you.
things you've been talking about, you mostly answered all of our questions.
okay.
But I think our viewers would be really pleased and well oriented about the things you said.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thanks, Sandra, for the introduction. Next, we will be showing you a show based on CRLS bilingual department student. Enjoy our show. Enjoy our video.
Bonjour, hola, and hello. Lana and Jean are going to tell us how the CRLS class is really prep students for SEP. Hi, welcome. My name is Mon.
So this is very true.
Hi, my name is So, if you are from another country and don't know how to speak English, especially for parents who are looking for a school for your kids where they teach you how to speak English, here is a great opportunity. In our high school, Cambridge Lincoln Latin, we have a great ESL program. ESL is a program for students from what's the news?
I think it's important for the reason why a lot of people come from other countries that their first language is not English, so if they can improve their English when they are in your class or program, you know?
I feel good because I learned a lot. Now this level is like editing and improving my English. It's like preparing myself to go into class. My name is Sonia Peter. I am a teacher of English as a second language here at the Cambridge Ranger Martin School. I teach ESL 1, which is beginner ESL, and ESL 4, which is advanced ESL. And so if we have a student come in ESL, they test to be in ESL 3, for example. They have to complete ESL 3, then they have to complete ESL 4 the next year, and then they go into a regular English class. Teaching English to ESL students depends. For the beginner ESL students, we use a lot of sheltering techniques. That means we do a lot of vocabulary development, we use a lot of visuals, we use a lot of graphic organizers. It's a lot of oral English for the beginners. Whereas for ESL 4, which is a more advanced, we do the same things that they would do in a regular English class, except students get a little bit more support. So they get more vocabulary support, they get more thinking routines, they receive more help with their strategies and their kind of, we build up their student skills so that they can be successful in college and jobs and afterwards as well.
So I teach level 3, so it's an intermediate class, and we do a lot of work through reading and writing. So we've just got actually started doing the book House and Language Week, and we do a lot with that. And we also use what we read to kind of analyze language and talk about grammar points. Seeing kids learn every day is really rewarding. Feeling like we've made that impact on them is really rewarding. And teaching ESL, the fact that I get to interact with students from all over the world every day on a regular basis is really rewarding also. I've got kids from South America, from the Caribbean, from Africa, from Israel, and it's really incredible that I have these interactions every day.
Yes, I feel comfortable. And I need to speak English because I'll be writing in this school to speak just English.
I'm ready to take the honors English next year, and it's preparing me a lot. Now back to you, Said.
So, what do you think about the show, the video?
The video. I think it was a well-made video. Kind of points out all the things we've been talking about, especially with our guest speaker, Miss Sandra. All the experiences that is in ESL and all the hard work the teachers are putting in to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do and learning the language. And yeah, you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I like the video. I like how the video is divided by different people. Like, there is a contribution of people talking.
Yes,
Yeah.
people from different countries.
Yes.
I really like that too.
Yeah.
So, what about your plans to do after high school? What are
Probably
you
go
planning now?
to college, 2 year of college.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to a 2-year college. What do you think you're gonna be majoring in?
I'm thinking of pharmacy right now.
Pharmacy.
Yeah. But you never know in college.
That's true.
Yeah.
Was that like your first thing you had in mind since you came from your country?
No,
Or
I wanted to be doctor first.
you wanted to be a doctor?
Then I changed my mind. I wanted to be biochemist. Then I changed it to pharmacy. You never know college. Too.
Yeah. I also wanted to be a doctor when I was young, but
What kind of doctor?
I wanted to be a surgeon.
Oh,
I wanted to work with bones.
plastic surgeon or heart surgeon?
One of those areas.
Oh,
But
okay.
I just really wanted to be a doctor that saves lives.
Yeah.
But then later on, when I was taking the classes, didn't enjoy them as much, and
Mhm.
I shifted my career,
Mhm.
my career choice, and
Mhm.
I'm now leaning toward computer science because I think I like programming more.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be doing any saving lives, but that's what I think I'd love doing.
You take programming class in CRLS and CCS classes too, right?
Yes, I did not actually take the advantage of the program at CCS.
You should have.
I should have, yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I might regret.
Okay. So which college are you planning to go?
I'm planning to go to UMass.